Hello developers, let's start developing. Today we're gonna take on the fourth day of the task of the Advent of Code 2023. And if you like this kind of hairy solutions to hairy problems, you can click like, subscribe, whatever those buttons underneath are. You can click all of them, only the one with the tab down. Try not to click that. Otherwise, I'm fine. Anyway, so today we finally managed to fix the gondola. So we're going to a new island, and it's actually called an island, which is a nicely recursive way to actually say it. And then we have an elf that kinda doesn't know anything except that he has a bunch of scratch cards, and of course, helpful people that we are will gonna help them. So these are the scratch cards. These are the winning numbers. These are the numbers we have. And we need to find out how many points the elf has. And actually, one winning point is one number is 1 point, 2 is 2, 3 is 4, 4 is 8, and you get the picture. So that's what we need to do. The input looks relatively straightforward. However, again, this is a kind of an array situation which I'm not comfortable parsing with regexes because it's not going to work very well. But what we can do, we can always say parse part of it with a regex and then parse the rest of it in some regular way. Funnily enough, we have 197 cards. That's a weird number. So we have card, then we have some spaces, maybe more than one, that we don't really care about, and then we have a number, which we do care about, so that's gonna be a group. And then we have, yeah, again some spaces, and some text, that the only important part that actually concerns is that it's not a pipe. So something that is not a pipe, and we have lots of those. And then we have a pipe, and then again we have this thing, something that is not a pipe. And we have the end of the string. So this thing will extract much one, much 2, group 3. Oh, and of course we need to remember that a pipe is a pipe in regexes. So yes, the first match is basically this, the second match is this, and that's the way we like it. So we are extracting 1, we're extracting the winning numbers, and we're extracting the numbers, the ticket itself. Okay, we can maybe want to say that here we have actually a space. Yeah, so that the group 2 also ends with a number, so it doesn't have an extra space. So this looks like a regex we could use, so let's do that. I already created an interface where we will be storing our scratch card. It basically has the ID, it has the winning number, it has the ticket numbers. So we need to map this into scratch cards. One line of input is always one scratch card, and we don't actually need the index. We just need the line. And now we will just do line.match this regex. If we don't have a match, something went wrong, we're gonna explode. We'll see where we did wrong with the regex. Otherwise, that's the idea. Yeah, it's a nice suggestion that the second match we can split on commas, only we don't have commas, we have spaces. So split on a space and then parse them out. I always want to specify the second parameter, and the ticket is the same thing only with the third. So we're just gonna return the ID, the winning, and the ticket, and then we have the scratch cards. So as always, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna console.log the input, and of course for that we're gonna need to have some input. Once more, we're starting with the small input as it's much easier to see what's happening. I kinda concerned about this thing and this thing where we have multiple spaces and so on and so forth, but one thing at a time. Let's see if this works. So we have our answer, and this is kinda great. We do have some nans here. Let's see where we have them. 83, 86. What's the third value that we have? 6 and then 9. So we have, let's call them 631, 17. Hmm? Oh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers here. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we said split on a space, and this actually split on a space. So between this space and this space we have an element which is an empty string, and then of course we try to do a parsing on that empty string, and of course we got a nice none. But we're not here for Indian cuisine. None on none, so we're just gonna say split and filter. Well, the value is actually truth. So this is not some fancy operation, we just need to get rid of all the empty strings that we have in the middle. I think that we can do that if we specify regex as the separator, but I think all of us have enough of regexes so far. So let's try it once more. And this time 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 5, 5, 5. So we don't have any extra numbers. And now comes the so-called easy part. What we need to do for the first part is basically count how many of the ticket numbers are inside the winning numbers array. And that can be 4 of CS card of input. What we need to do is for each of them find out. We don't need the ID, so I will deconstruct this immediately into the winning numbers and the ticket numbers. And then we can say ticket, filter them. Yeah, we have the value, whether the winning array includes our value. So for each of our numbers, we are checking in the winning numbers. We can do it the other way around, but it's kind of the same. and then we need the length of it. And we will get the winners. And now we need to calculate that. So if we have 0 winners, then we have 0 points. If we have one more than these winners, we have 0 points. If we have one winner, we should get 1 point. Actually, 2 to the minus first is 0. 2 to the zeroth is 1. And my console is misbehaving somehow. Okay, got it. Actually, I will open a new window that does have a JavaScript console, but it doesn't have everything else. So we can say 2, 2. Okay, that's weird. Oh, yeah. If this is -1, it's 0. If it's 2 to the 0th is no. We still need to do the 1. Yeah, this is negative. To the 0th is 1. To the first is 2. To the second is 4. To the third is 8. To the fourth is 16, and so on and so forth. So the only thing that doesn't work is this. So what we will need to say, what is the value of the ticket, is basically if the winners is Truty, then we will need to take the 1 and shift it, winners -1, otherwise it's 0. And I will put some parentheses here because otherwise somebody will mess this up. It's an ugly line of code, it's a too clever line of code, but let's see if it works. And we've gotten a result, and result is 6. And I guess I'm kind of silly because I calculated the value and then threw it away. Instead of that, we actually need to have total, and yeah, of course we can do this with a reducer or sum, but this way is better. It's cleaner because we might want to output the value later and whatnot. Because reduce is great when it works, but it's kind of tricky to debug. So we've gotten an answer, and the answer is 13. 13 seems to be the ones that we actually want. 13 points. So we have a huge array of cards. Let's see if we missed something. Well, one way to find out. We have a result. The result is 22,193. Great. Let's see if that is actually the answer. That's the right answer. So that's our 7 gold stars so far. Yay, on 4 days. So let's see about part 2. I will read up on it and then we'll see what it is. Well, this is getting more and more complicated. So now, now the IDs come into play. So if this thing has 4 matching numbers, we win 1 copy of the scratch card. So we're not getting any points, we're getting back scratch cards. So we will have 1 copy each. So okay, the original card one is discarded. The good thing is that we can only go downwards. So basically we can take that as well. The original card 2 matching numbers, so you get 2 copies of 3, 2 copies of 4, which means that you already have 3 cards. One that you got from the 1 card, one that you already had, one that you get of your original copy of card 2, and one that you get from your copy of card 2. So you have 4 3 cards. And then you have 8 4 cards, you have how many? 14 5 cards, and 1 6 cards. So this means that the good thing is we can still process from the top down. But it seems that I will add another thing here. I will call it cardinality. How many of that thing we have? So what we're gonna need to do? So most of the logic is kinda the same, only I will also need the ID and I will also need the cardinality. And don't forget that we also need to set it here. Cardinality, yeah, winning length, that's 1, because we are getting a single item. And I might want to use a for loop here. Input.length, and this is gonna be our scratch card that we don't want to mention again and again and again. First of all, let's go back to the small input because I kind of feel that this will be another case when we can have some weird things. So what we don't have the value, but actually we have the cardinality. We are counting the scratch cards. So we need to return 30 because we have 1 and 2 and 4 and 8 and 14 and 1. Yeah. The good thing is we are not doing back and forth, so we can do a straightforward simulation. Once we process the first scratch card, we're never coming back to the first scratch card, we're done. But so now we have the number of winners, and that's the only thing that's important. And if we have, so we have the number of winners. That means which of the cards we're gonna get. But it also plays into the cardinality because we might get, if we have 4 winners, we're getting copies of the next 4 cards. But how many copies did we get? That's the cardinality because that means how many scratch cards of this type we actually have. So now we can just say not this, but we need something like that. No. We don't really care about that. And it's part 2. We're gonna mess up the input because I will edit the input directly, but this is part 2, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna call this next because it's the index of the next, and it's starting from 1 up to and including the number of winners. Yeah, so for that, we're not getting a new card, but we need to say input of index plus next, the cardinality of that card, we are increasing by this card's cardinality. Actually, we call this just cardinality because we already took it up. And that could be everything that we need to do. So when we're processing the first one, we're saying we're getting one copy each of 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's try this. So it seems that we got the correct answer. I'm not totally sure that this was not a fluke, but I will add this as well. Not that winners has cardinality. So I will just verify that we're adding up the correct numbers. So we don't have a situation when 2 plus 2 equals potato. So 1 cardinality, 2 cardinality, 4, 8, 14, 1. Well, those were the number given above, so it seems that our code kind of works. Okay, now the moment of truth, the huge input, and let's see what happens now. Once more, the processing time is very efficient, the input time is a bit significant, but okay. Let's see if this has any bearing on what we get. Yes, that's the right answer. We actually ended up with 5 million scratchers, 5.6 million scratchers, which are a lot of scratchers. But still, this means the day 4 is done. We are safely inside Island, and on the Island, we're gonna be searching for an island and to see what the problem with the snow is. Okay, thank you for watching so far. Again, don't forget those buttons below me and keep developing.